Yo, what up? What up? What up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share. So we get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world could be, but just so be right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you for pulling up on me. What's going on, man? Sorry, everybody in the building, man. Um, hey, man, y'all, it ain't nothing new. I've been rocking this all week, man. I ain't getting it done to the weekend, so get used to it. Shout out to a man, One Kim One. Appreciate your brother for the two. Greatly appreciate you. Hell yeah. How dare you keep us waiting though? Hey man, I gotta make sure I got everything together, brother. I appreciate the patience. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You must be new here. I don't know if you're new here, brother. Cash is not king, and cash is actually a trap. We're gonna talk about that today. Brother, I have no idea what the hell I gotta do with anything, but okay, I'm not gonna get to it. Listen, man. Oh man, as I'll Bismillah, he knows what's going on, man. Listen, bro. Again, nothing I say today is financial advice. Nothing I say today is financial advice. Nothing I say today is financial advice. Now, for you guys that have been keeping up with the whole silver thing, silver hit an all-time high today. Okay, I think it was 95.20. All right, they're teasing and playing with this fucking $100 what's the name? But check this out, right? So let's do this. All right, did you know that this happened? Now, I heard about this because I was in the midst of like, shit, man, how can I get, silver coins? How can I get, whatever, whatnot, what having? I didn't know that you could buy coins directly from the US Mint. Well, lo and behold, what happened was, and this is the way I came about it, because in my searches for trying to purchase it, people were saying that their orders had been suspended at like $93. And now the US Mint had marked the price all the way up to what you see here. You see what that says? My bad. You see what that say? An ounce of silver right now is like $94. And let me see, let me tell you exactly. Actually, 93.93. Okay. When they originally had this done, I guess set for the year they were going to be printed, it was like at $93. People were putting in orders trying to get it. They put a freeze on it. And then once they re-put it back on the site, again, man, this silver shit is not a joke, y'all. This precious metal shit is not a joke. Okay. Shout out to WMDA Warrior. Exactly, man. Hey, I checked my shit the other day, man. And I got in at oh, let me see. Let me tell y'all this real quick. Well, I'll just say this, man. I got in, it was what's name, and I'm mad I didn't get more than what I got, right? But hey, man, you do some little shit here and there, whatever, but you're not really into it because you're not, But hey, man, you live and you learn. But listen, precious metal backed currency is not coming back per se or totally holy. But this is the play that China is using right now. China and India. The biggest people holding motherfucking precious metal are China and fucking India. China got all the gold. India got all the fucking silver, bro. China's doing this shit, and China's moving and shaking again to kill the dollar. Let me see if I can find this fucking episode. Let me see. Let me see. Here we go. Remember, y'all. Hey, remember this? Remember I told y'all? Listen, man. Well, let me play this first. I'm tripping. So listen to it.
The U.S. Mint just priced a 1 ounce silver coin at $173, while silver is trading at about 90. That's almost double the market value. Now, the crazy thing is, this has only happened a few times in history, and every single time something huge followed. Let me show you what most people are missing, but not you, because you follow me and I'm your unfair advantage in investing. Now, historically, U.S. Mint coins sell for about $5 to $8 over the market value, even during COVID.
And again, that's a premium, right? So you got spot, and then you got a premium price where they charge you for, whatever over spot. This shit right here, 80% markup, bro. Unbelievable. This is telling you right here. And then another theory that I have, because what you come to find out is there's a whole bunch of shorts going on. Remember, I told you guys this shit, right? the banks have been able to fucking short silver and suppress silver purposely for our entire lifetimes. Okay. Silver has been is the most used metal in fucking like electronics. And it's only become more dependent now that we get more technologically advanced. All these fucking computer chips, not computer chips, but processors, excuse me, these processors, these batteries, and most importantly, these solar panels. Okay. Processors, batteries, solar panels all take a lot of silver. If you want efficient motherfucking electricity, bro, and least worries or less worries about fucking corrosion and issues and problems, you use silver. Silver is not just some shit you wear around your neck. Silver is a utility. Even outside of that, remember, silverware. You motherfucking make silver to tools and other shit, right? So it's been that way and been so cheap for so long because they were using it to fucking, again, another leg to shore up these fucking bullshit banks, bro. Just yet another thing that they were doing and manipulating the fucking system, right? On top of the fucking housing market. On top of the, listen, there's another thing. Listen. A housing market crash might be looming. Okay. So I'm not saying, okay, that I would be refinancing my house by any means. Okay. But if I could get a HELOC, on my home to secure my equity, right? And of course, use it accordingly and wisely, that's what I would do. Me personally, if I could get a HELOC on my property to secure my equity, I would not refinance, right? Because whatever the interest rate is probably going to be that, right? But me personally, again, it's not financial advice. It's just what I would do. I would get a HELOC, right? Bro, this year is going to be a great year and probably end up being a fucking horrible year. A lot of money's finna be printed. A lot of fucking moves and shakes is about to happen. Shout out to everybody that's watching fucking XRP right now. What they're doing to XRP is fucking purposeful. They go try to fucking run that shit to the ground. Hell, if I was a betting man, I would say don't even be surprised if the shit hit 150 or even $1. Don't be surprised. Okay. All the shit that they doing with XRP, bro, is both exciting and scary at the same time. The amount of countries, governments that are getting on the fucking Ripple bandwagon, bro. Again, listen, this shit is gonna be like owning a piece of the internet, bro. Bitcoin's cool, right? But again, Bitcoin's not the fucking gonna be the foundation of the money system. Okay, that's another one too. Copper, look into that shit, bro. All this shit, bro. The more we get advanced, bro, I'm telling you guys, man, I just don't think we understand just how fast shit about to move. They talking about motherfucking supercomputer chips and shit. Fuck quantum computers. They got quantum computer chips. Not even the whole computer, bro. That's doing crazy shit. It's just so much stuff, man. It's about to happen in these next 4 years. 2030 is going to be probably one of the most significant times in human history before everything's said and done. But I don't want to get too far ahead. Let me keep going.
When everybody was buying precious metals, demand was off the charts. The U.S. Mint only charged about $30 over market value. Right now, we're seeing 92% premium from the U.S. Mint. That's not normal. That's a red flag, or it could be a green light, depending on how you look at it. When physical silver starts selling that far above market value, it can only mean one of three things. Physical demand is far outpacing supply.
And that's definitely the case. There's already a silver deficit. There's way more silver in the ground than there is above the ground. And a lot of people already got orders in for that shit, and it's old. There's a big controversy going on right now as to what Tesla's trying to get silver or bidding on silver. You got silver bidding wars and shit going on because there is a shortage. All right. There's a shortage of fucking physical silver that's out here, bro. All right.
The banks, the elite, and the rich are quietly bonded up, or the market expects silver to move a lot so fast they won't even be able to change their pricing in time. Now, here's the.
Now again, I think it's a little bit of 1 and 3. Precious metals is cool, but the super duper rich and shit like that, bro, they other shit, right? These companies and these businesses and these like that's the people that's doing this shit. Again, this is a game being played by the fucking banks. Okay? Because the banks either gonna have to pay a whole bunch of money or they'll have to give up the actual fucking silver, which they more likely and not don't have. Okay. Another big player that's being revealed in the whole silver game is Mexico. Remember, who did Trump call out? What 3 countries did Trump call out for fucking, the drug wars? What three countries did Trump call out for the drug wars and talk about the cartel? I told y'all, man, Trump way ahead of the game and people don't see it. And like I said, that's just what bro, you got to get out of this fucking, this obsession and this weird thing, bro, and not understanding what's going on here beyond your personal emotions about fucking politics. Hey, man, shout out to you, brother. Mexico, Venezuela, and fucking Colombia. Now, I don't know what the hell they got in Colombia, but just like everybody knew about the oil, nobody was talking about the gold, and nobody knew about the fucking Bitcoin. Okay? Everybody knew that Venezuela had oil, but nobody knew that Venezuela was big on gold reserves. All right? And that they had allegedly had 600,000 Bitcoin. Okay? They're talking about now about the Mexican mines and shit being fucking shut down or whatnot for whatever reason. And we know what that is. That's a power play for the fucking cartels because the cartel runs Mexico. This shit that's going on, bro. All this shit is crazy.
Kicker. In both 2011, 2020, silver prices skyrocketed after this happened. First, the U.S. Mint raises its price. That action alone causes the market to change. Then we see a huge spike in prices. So when the Mint is doubling their price, you need to pay attention. Always be ahead of the crowd. It's not about what silver is worth right now. It's about what people expect it to be worth in the future. If you want me to list the top silver stock market investments like miners, ETFs, comment the word silver, and I'll put them in the next video.
Shout out to this brother. Greatly appreciate you. Now, let's get to this, man. Remember I mentioned this a while back? Remember, man, the revelation of the method. A lot of our entertainment, a lot of the funny stuff is actual, factual, how the shit go.
Employee of the month, ladies and gentlemen. So what are you doing with level 9 access anyways? Destroying the galactic government.
Awesome! Cool. Are you going to settle their nukes to target each other?
Or reprogram their military portals to disintegrate their entire space fleet? Good pitches, kids. I'm almost proud. But watch closely as Grandpa topples an empire by changing a 1 to a 0.
Mr. President, the Blemflark's value just dropped to nothing.
What do you mean?
I mean, our single centralized galactic currency just went from being worth 1 of itself to 0 of itself.
Oh, dear God, no. Calm down, people. Deploy the galactic militia and declare martial law.
Yes, sir. What should I pay them with? Their payment is the honor they'll feel to serve their... Wait, who's paying me to yell at this guy?
I can answer that. For money.
I never thought I'd live to see this.
Gentlemen. There's a solution here you're not seeing.
Give me your jacket!
That's how it happened, man. Shout out to the hate God niggas. The love of money is the root of all evil, bro. The love of money, man. It's the root of all evil. Everybody keep talking about, oh, China's gonna this and China's gonna that, and war, and they're gonna, listen, man. This money shit is way bigger than anything fucking, physical or hot right now. These economic wars, bro, way bigger than anything like, actual factual going the fuck on, bro. Crazy. Let me share this. Fuck out of here. Gold notches record above 4,700 ounce for $4,700 an ounce. Silver hits all time high. Okay, January 20th, 2026. Trump's renewed tariff threat strokes trade war fears. 4,800 ounces gold within the reach, says analysts. Trump to meet global leaders at World Economic Forum Davos. We've covered that too. Gold climbed to another record high on Tuesday, scaling an unprecedented 4,700 an ounce milestone as escalating geopolitical tensions boosted safe haven demand, while silver broke above $95 for the first time. Spot gold gained about 2% at 4757.33 per ounce at 1:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, after reaching a record high of 4765.93 earlier in the day. U.S. gold futures for February delivery settled 3.7% higher to 4765.80 an ounce. Okay, it's precious metal shit, man, and we know people go into precious metals. They know the fucking dollar ain't about shit. Okay. Trump is trying to help the fucking dollar survive, but at the same time, we got this going on. Did you hear the motherfucking news, man? Today, the New York Stock Exchange is proud to announce the development of a platform trading on-chain settlement of tokenized securities. NYSE's new digital platform will enable tokenized trading experiences, including 24/7 operations, instant settlement, order size and dollar amounts, and stablecoin-based funding. Its design combines the NYSE's cutting-edge pillar matching engine with blockchain-based post-trade systems. Do you understand the seriousness of this, bro? The impact of this, a 24/7, 365 fucking stock market. This is how fast shit has advanced. I don't think people understand like this shit, bro. This is not a little thing. And not only are you able to settle in dollars, you're able to settle in fucking cryptocurrencies. Tokenized securities. This is fucking huge. They don't got a video for it. Let me see if they got a video for it. See, we got. I need something from them. Damn, that's me. That's me. I don't have anything officially from them, but fuck. Okay. And then you got Larry Fink talking about the thing too. Give me a second. That's not it. Let me see. Larry Fink.
the last 70 years, it's always been about, can you digitize artifacts about people, places, and things, and then build analytical and predictive power, right? That's what the mainframes did. That's what the mini computer did. That's what the client server era did. That's what the web era did, the mobile cloud era did. So it depends, irrespective of which paradigm or platform, it has been one continuous arc of saying, let's make better sense of this world by reasoning about it in digital form, because in some sense, once you have these artifacts in digital form, you can use a more malleable resource like software,
right,
which doesn't have the same type of, I'll call it marginal cost economics associated with it, that allows us to then build more insight and more capability. And in that context, AI, I would say, is of the same class, at least, like the web or the internet, or mobile or PC or the cloud, and maybe even greater. And so, to me, right now, where we are is, let's take just what's happened with software engineering, right? Which is one, is knowledge work. You could say it's
world is making sure that it's diffused and accessible. Fewer workers. What do we mean by surplus? And so, for us processing $14 trillion of other people's money with hundreds of thousands of different mandates, we can do that instantaneously. And that, to me, if it wasn't for the technology and AI today, we would not be able to function to the scale that we're operating.
That's right.
So again, listen, the instantaneous transaction is what everybody's after now. Okay, bro, listen, I keep telling y'all, dog, this shit wasn't doom and gloom and whatnot, what have you. If you believe in the Bible, if you believe in prophecy, if you believe what it actually says, you're not going to stop these things that's going to happen. Again, I'm telling you this so you know that it's here and you know how to put yourself in the best possible position to take advantage where you can take advantage, right? Protect yourself, of course, at all times from whatever and all the nefarious shit outside of it. But I am making you aware of this so you understand that this shit you're not going to stop this. Okay, it is going to happen. It's already here. This shit is going so fast that more and more and more and more companies and countries are picking up on it. I told y'all, man. They was just talking. Oh, let me find that too. I'm gonna find it too, bro. It was costing like 3 cents to make a penny. They get rid of the penny. It cost 14 cents to make a nickel. You see where it's going? What Dave Chappelle said, we broke. I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke. America's broke, bro. They cutting any and every corner they can possibly cut. And because they're doing that at the same time, you're sneaking in CBDC. You're sneaking in digital currency. Now, shout out to Coinbase. Coinbase actually slowed down the Clarity Act because the Clarity Act was going to have this shit like on some super duper Fed. Watch every single fucking transaction you got. And I still think it's going to end up being that way ultimately. But slowing this shit down, bro, to the point of where you can't see every little fucking thing you're doing off the rip and at least back on the back end eventually, or at least having some type of fucking privacy and requiring some type of, warrant or some type of surveillance or some type of legal permission for you to be able to track a person's every single fucking transaction. Right. This is why they were talking about no need for the fucking IRS. Everybody's thinking about this shit or whatever. Bro, if they can just take it from you at any given time and everything's digitized, ain't no more hiding your fucking money under the mattress. That's the biggest thing about digital currency is them having fucking control of it and being able to track every last cent and not having to track you down, not having to do anything. Once everything is fucking digitized, right? Now, hey, if you owe us money, we just take it. You owe the federal government fucking money, hey, go in there, give it. It's ours. That's dangerous. Nobody wants that or needs that. So I don't agree with a bill that will give the government that authority just off rip to just automatically motherfucking, because then it leaks into other things or whatnot, what have you. Now, another big reason that no one talked about, and this is why I'd say that, bro, Biden was really a fucking puppet of all puppets. One of the worst presidents, bro, if not the worst president in the United States of all fucking time. Biden was trying to crash the country and the dollar. Okay. Remember when we was giving all those weapons and things to that country, and you had people that were coming out and saying, hey man, we're depleting our own fucking weapon stores here. And you can't just make them shits like overnight. It takes years to make some of these weapons and some of these things that we're giving them. So you're literally weakening us from a military standpoint of being able to have actual, you know, physical retaliation on top of all the money it spent that it took for you to fucking give to these people and the weapons, right? The move they pulled with Russia when they pretty much stole all that fucking Russian money and froze the assets. Biden did that to fucking kill trust in the fucking American fucking like financial system. You basically motherfucking debowed Russia's money, right? Which you're not supposed to do. So now this gave fucking fuel bigger than ever to the brick shit because hey man, these motherfuckers we gonna put out fucking money in you know New York fucking banks and shit, and we gonna store fucking precious metals and shit over here in the country, and y'all just gonna say, oh, y'all doing some shit we don't agree with, and we just gonna steal your shit. Oh well, fuck that then. Nah. No sir. Now you got China offering the motherfucking coming out making an official message that they're gonna be holding fucking you know, they're gonna be holding things in their vaults in fucking Hong Kong. This shit is moving so fast, bro. Yup, that too. When they did the bullshit, that was Canada though. I think that was Canada, right? That was Canada. Canada pulled that bullshit.
And so to me, that one firm at a time, one country at a time, if we can really take these tokens and bend the curve of productivity, then there is surplus everywhere. And that's really the goal.
Well, surplus could be scary too. Does surplus mean fewer workers? What do we mean by surplus? And so, you know, I'm going to tie that into my second question about AI diffusion.
Yeah.
To me, the whole realization of AI for any society and also for a more balanced world is making sure that it's diffused and accessible and available across the world. So what, you know, can you describe how this process of diffusion across economies, across companies, across people and countries, how does that play out?
Yeah, I think that this is the real question, right? Because one of the things right now, the zeitgeist is a little bit about the admiration for AI in its abstract form or as technology. But I think we as even a global community have to get to a point where we are using this to do something useful that changes the outcomes of people in communities and countries and industries, right? Otherwise, I don't think this makes much sense, right? In fact, I would say we will quickly lose even the social permission to actually take something like energy, which is a scarce resource, and use it to generate these tokens. If these tokens are not improving health outcomes, education outcomes, public sector efficiency, private sector competitiveness across all sectors, small and large, right? And that, to me, is ultimately the goal. So therefore, I think really diffusion is everything. And so the way it happens is, let's sort of unpack this. On the supply side, what needs to happen in each country is the tokens per dollar per watt have to sort of monotonically get more efficient and better, right? So to some degree, even what we're trying to do with the investments the two firms are doing around the world is to just say that, like, let's make sure that the supply is there, which is everything from the chips on down, ultimately to these token factories that.
Now, again, that's another big thing too, these chips, bro. And China having a fucking monopoly on these damn, well, not China, Taiwan having fucking a monopoly on these chips is a big reason why China wants Taiwan. All these fucking chips that everybody remember when the that was another big thing with the car industry when the lockdowns happened and they couldn't get no new cars, and that's why the fucking car market got so fucked up and so crazy, and they were fucking buying back used cars because they couldn't get new ones because all the fucking computer chips were fucking held up because they weren't building or shipping any of the fucking chips, bro. Now that everything's back going and you got these improvements from fucking your NVIDIAs and your AMDs and all these different things and whatnot, what have you, these highly fucking functioning processors and shit, right? And these chips. How much more time is it going to take? How much more energy is it going to take? All these different things that get brought up as the technology advances.
Get deployed everywhere. By the way, there's not one token factory. This token factory is the first thing that's going to be diffused all around the world. It's just like electricity, right? You just need the same opportunity, but it's been a lot of people skilled in using this. And interestingly enough, I think if mobile has taught us one thing, it's actually distinct from what happened originally. And that needs to come back, right? People need to say, oh, I pick up this AI skill and now I'm a better provider of some product or service in the real economy.
So it's very easy to see how mobile and the diffusion of mobile, how it transformed economies, especially in the global south. How does this, to me, I just read a research report that said the applications for AI so far are heavily weighted towards those who are educated or educated economies. And so does that create that, more of a bifurcation and more polarization? How do we ensure that diffusion is spread evenly? How do we make sure that we're not leaving major portions of society or the world behind? Because I think that's going to be the big issue for us going forward.
Yeah, so it's interesting, right? This is one of those times when, by definition, and because of the rails that have been established, as you said, right, which is what's happened with mobile as well as what's happened with essentially connectivity.
Right.
You have the ability to sort of deliver the tokens pretty evenly around the world.
Right.
A lot more so than, let's say, the PC era or even the beginning of the mobile era, right? Because it took a long time for even the smartphone in particular to penetrate all of the world. Whereas now it's not the case, right? These models and their outputs are pretty much available everywhere. And so the question to me is, what's the use cases that make sense, right? So in fact, one of the demos I always go back to, I think this was even in the beginning of 23, was a rural Indian farmer was able to use a bot built on, I think, a very early GPT-3 or 2.5 even, essentially to reason over some farm subsidies that he had heard about in a local language, and had it even in that very early days, have it even show some agentic behavior, right? Like, go complete a form for me. So in some sense, it took, it brought back agency to someone who perhaps didn't have that because the technology was so much more accessible. So I do think it's in our hands, even in the global south, to use it to create, I would say, more of that opportunity where there isn't one. But I think what the necessary conditions still are: do you have the capital investment being put in? Do you even have an environment for capital? Because in an interesting way, we are, for example, as hyperscalers, investing all over, right, including the global south. So as long as there's an environment which attracts the capital investment,
and you see the demand,
and then the demand is there.
Yeah.
And so the question is, how do you have a set of policies that allow for both the capital to come in, for it to
XRP volume is exploding in Korea. It exploits a specific gap in the country's spot-only exchange laws. Despite global Bitcoin focus, South Korea's unique infrastructure fuels XRP's popularity as a local trading powerhouse. Again, man, instantaneous transfer. Japan, and I'll pull that up next, right? So Japan had been using and testing out the fucking Ripple network for making their transactions. And remember, the most important parts of these bank accounts, and the reason why they want your money always in the bank, why they want your money, to touch bank accounts. Why? Again, one of another big things that we never talked about. How we talk about all the time? We talk about how the ultimate finesse about like the college requirement, right? Having a college degree was a finesse, triple finesse from the federal government, the jobs, and the colleges. Federal government, job, and colleges were all in cahoots in fucking federal student loans, right? So they were saying, hey, you can't work here no more through a fucking internship or an apprenticeship program. You got to have a degree. If you don't have a degree, you can't have a job, right? In the meantime, between time, well, if you want to go to college, and more likely than not, you can't afford the college to pay it out of your pocket. Now you got to get this federal student loan. The federal student loan is the only loan that you cannot motherfucking discharge. You can't file fucking bankruptcy and get rid of the student loan. It's going to be there. Okay? The other big finesse we don't talk about now is direct deposit. Most jobs require now that you have direct deposit. Why? Because when you created a debit card, all money, we done been finessed in the money game so many times, bro. And I don't even think we understand it or realize it. But once you had the debit card and everybody stopped paying with everything for cash, because remember, I keep telling y'all, man, listen, bro, we grew up and we experienced, like, we're the last generation to experience a technologically controlled and fucking, you know what I mean? We're the last generation. The last generation, bro. Pre-cell phones, pre-debit cards. I think I want to say debit cards didn't come out till I was I know for sure till I was like a teenager. People were still getting motherfucking cash paychecks and cash and checks at banks, bruh. Right? Then a debit card came. Hell, the ATM. Let me see. When was the first? Let me Google this. Let me see. When was the first ATM? What was the first year? First ATM. First ATM opens for business on September 2nd, 1969. What the hell they was doing with that shit? How? That don't even make sense. You didn't have a debit card in 1969. That shit crazy. Hold on, bro. They wilding. Ain't no way. This one say 1967. Invented a card system to identify users for dispensing goods. Shit older than what I thought it was. NCR Corp now, NCR Itlos introduced the first drive-through ATM in Baton Rouge in 1980. Yeah, man. I know for sure, bro. Like I said, when I was a kid, nobody had no motherfucking ATM, dog. They had store cards prior to debit cards. Amex. Well, yeah, credit cards, of course. You always had credit cards, but like debit cards where it was directly tied to your bank and your money, you know. But either way, right? Even that. So now we're going to the next step of fucking all your money being here. We already done seen it. You know, Cash App, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, all these things digitizing, even your banks, right? You put your bank cards on your phone, tap your phone, and whatever, bro. All this stuff is to get you away from using cash. I would say if I had to guess, probably 30% of transactions are done in cash. Let me see. Let's see. Percentage of transactions are cash. There we go. Let's just say the US. This was May 19. In 2024, more U.S. consumers had payment cards than had bank accounts, according to the survey of Diary Consumer Payment. In the prior 12 months, 71% of consumers made a mobile payment, and more than 60% of bills were paid electronically from a bank account. The majority of those transactions were via the automated clearinghouse ACH network, which did not exist back in my grandmother's days. But traditions live on, including the OG vanilla bullshit. More consumers use cash to pay at least once than any other payment instrument. 83% of U.S. consumers 18 and older use cash in the prior 30 days. For the same 30-day period, 35% used a paper check. What are you talking about? Okay, so they're saying shit. So according to this, it said in 2024, most people still use cash, which I don't agree with that, but okay. But I guess it makes sense though, as much as everybody have cash and shit for everything. So hey, it is. I just don't use cash. I can't even when I even feel weird with cash. I don't even carry cash around. But hey, it is what it is. Go ahead and stock up your physical media, CDs, LPs, DVDs, video games, and books. Well, hey, Fahrenheit 451. You know how that shit go. Over time, they gonna fucking get that shit up out of here. But hey, it'll be what it is. Oh, that's another thing too. I was supposed to talk about tonight, but I don't think I'm gonna talk about it tonight. It's a little late. I'll say that one for a later date. Bro, they going ham. Listen, hey man, shout out to RFK, man. I hope they don't do nothing to him. Hey, They might hit motherfucking RFK with the motherfucking air needle, nigga. RFK better fucking calm down. RFK got to calm down, bro. He causing too much ruckus. He going up against the giants of all giants. Hey, hit him with that motherfucking Clinton death pack. Everything, bro. Pretty much saying all these damn vaccines that they claim had no fucking real test done on them. That's what RFK said. And he said it was one study supporting that, it caused autism and whatnot, and they got rid of the fucking study. That's what RFK said. And I gotta pull it up because if I don't, fucking YouTube might fucking try to kick my head in. So hold on, let me go find it. Just real quick. So we'll briefly talk about that. Again, man, hey. Let me see what XRP is right now. And most importantly, if you see the play, who sees the real play? So XRP is going down, 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 down. Okay. Silver is going up. Silver and gold. What y'all see? What y'all see in that? So XRP is at 190 right now. It got as low as 187, right? Today. Let's see. For the week, the lowest it got was 185. For the month, the lowest it got was 181. Now the lowest it's been in a year was like 161, right? Peaked out at like 3. I remember when the 346 happened. I was talking to y'all about that shit, right? Hey, definitely hit it with a take that. Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, bro. Hey, he not fucking around, bro. But he definitely playing a dangerous game. Here you go. So I gotta let him say it, so they can't say I'm out here giving medical disinformation or no shit. Okay. RFK said y'all laughed at me, man. Y'all said I was crazy.
People said to me during the hearing, oh, well, this link between autism and vaccines has been disproven. None of the vaccines that are given during the first 6 months of life have ever been tested for. The only one was the DTP vaccine, and that one study that was done, according to the Institute of Medicine, the National Academy of Sciences, found that there was a link. They threw out that study because it was based upon CDC's surveillance system, theirs, and they said that system is no good. I think it begs the question is, why doesn't CBDC have a functional surveillance system? We're going to make sure they do have a functional surveillance system. Right now, the surveillance system is the system that, because they don't do pre-licensing safety testing for vaccines, they're the only product that's exempt. So what they say is, if there are injuries, we'll capture them afterward. They have a system that doesn't capture them. In fact, CDC's own study of its own system said it captures fewer than 1% of vaccine injuries. It's worthless. And everybody agrees it's worthless. But why have we gone for 39 years and nobody's fixed it?
Without a functional system, right?
We're going to fix it. And we have, we have Doge, knows how to manage data. And so we're going to be able to get into these databases and give answers to the American public. And we're going to fix the problems. If there are problems, we're going to fix them very quickly, but we're going to follow the science. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have gold standard science, and we're going to follow the science. We're going to publish all of our data sets, which CDC has never done. We're going to do replication of all of our studies, which CDC has never done. We're going to publish our peer review, which CDC has never done. So people.
Hey, man. Listen, bro. Hey, man. Yeah, uniquely, they say he was crazy. They say he was a crackpot. They said they tried to make him this radical, and it's just fucking what's name, man. Listen, bro, you can't. And this is again, the love of money is the root of all evil. There should never be a thing to where these fucking companies have immunity, bro. They gave these companies fucking immunity, dog, for these vaccine injuries and shit. The shit that they did and they was allowed to do to the public, bro, with the fucking with the opioid crisis, just diabolical, bro. Unbelievable. And think, bro, again, the kids were the guinea pigs for this. This ain't just this ain't for the adults. You talking about this is the kids. This is like the kids. And people didn't care. This just goes to show you, man, just how quick people will, you tell people, hey, this is true, don't challenge it. And most people fold, man. Most people fold. Again, I was like, I was the only one on a whole fucking boat, bro, fighting this shit tooth and nail. Motherfuckers were laughing at me because I refused to just get the shot, man. Just get the shot, man. You gonna stay on the boat for real? You're not go. Yeah, bro. I'm not. Nah. Not doing this shit. I'm not fucking gambling with my life for the rest of my life just for a couple days off the boat, bro. Y'all laughing now. Y'all having fun now, nigga. But hey, 20, 30 years from later now. All right. 20, 30 years from now.
Boom, 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 boom.
Who knows? Yeah, man. I told you it's just how easy to get people fear. Are you telling you guys, man? Fear is the only emotion that demands fear is the only emotion, and pain is the only sensation that demand an immediate response, dog. The shit that people do when they're scared and when they hurt. They say love is the most powerful, but fear is definitely the most dangerous. By all means. And now they building up all these new Owl Pay. Have you guys heard of Owl Pay? They building up all these new stable coins and shit too. That's another big thing too, man. So definitely be careful about that and do the research on that, man. The stable coin shit and whatnot, what have you. There's gonna be a lot of stable coins popping up, bro. There's gonna be a lot of fucking lot of different fucking ways to transfer money popping up and shit. What you mean? What's the play? Is that an all-time high? Gold is at an all-time high, man, and silver. That's the play. Nothing is really happening with gold. Gold just is what it is. Silver is the one that's moving and got a lot of more ceiling, a lot of more opportunity to grow even more. So if you understand that, you ask if we see what's happening. About what? You asked if we see what's happening. What as far as what chronically growing? Oh yeah, yeah. No, so I was saying, so you got silver going up, skyrocketing, going high, right? To the point again, man. Most people don't even know about, like, no one keeps up with these things. No one keeps up with commodities and futures and all these different things, and whatnot, what have you. Shorts and longs and all this different shit, right? Understanding how the banking system works and how the banks use all these different things to shore themselves up, right? To pretty much, guarantee themselves a win, to rig the game to win. So what I'm saying is, you got precious metals going up sky high, and then you got the fucking one of the main cryptocurrencies. You had a big dip in BTC, right? Bitcoin had a major drop. XRP had a lot of good positive motion. Now that's having a good solid drop, right? So what I'm saying is, they're fucking, like, setting up on both ends, on the top and the bottom. So a lot of people not gonna get in now on silver because it's about to be $100 an ounce, right? Pretty much, and they trying to hold it and play with $100 an ounce because there's a lot of fucking people betting on it to make $100 an ounce. So if it don't make $100 an ounce, now the bank make a lot of money, right? If it does make $100 an ounce, the bank loses a lot of money. All right. So you get the federal government saying, hey, well, we're gonna charge you fucking $173 an ounce for a fucking coin, go up 90%. So, well, motherfuckers not gonna go out here and pay double the price for the at least just for the coins. Now you can get silver elsewhere, but if you're gonna get it from the fucking mint, you got a premium of fucking 90%. So what are you gonna do? You gonna buy the physical silver that's fucking pretty much double price, or you gonna buy the paper silver from the bank and play the game with the bank? Now we get to the XRP shit. Oh man, everybody was talking this XRP shit. Yeah, it's $2, but hey, I just dumped, a paycheck into this shit, man. This shit ain't making no money and it's going down. I'm losing money. Fuck, it keep losing money. It keep losing money. It keep losing money. Fuck this crypto shit, man. I'm out. Let me get my money out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to lose all the little money I got. This little investment. And then the motherfucking big corporations and shit come in and snatch the shit up. That's the game, bro. There's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes most people don't understand. This fucking money shit, man, and this money system is finna change by the end of the year. And it's gonna be to the point of where, like I said, just like Bitcoin, if you miss that first initial fucking thing, you probably never gonna get in. And with this right here, because of the pretty much like the roadblocks for the new shit, you're not gonna even be able to buy it because you're gonna be competing with the BlackRocks and the Vanguards and the fucking, in the banking system. You'll be competing with the banking system to get fucking that specific crypto because of its importance of fucking to the system. This shit just so fucking, what's the name, man? It's crazy. It don't even make sense. Yeah. Inflating one market, right? And cornering the market. Not just inflating it, but cornering the market. A lot of people not even like most people holding their silver, bro. They're not selling it because they know there's a shortage. So a lot of motherfuckers not selling. I ordered some. Let me see. So I ordered silver, right? You know, a certain amount of ounces of silver. And you know what? I ain't got no reply yet. Paid for it and everything. I ain't got no tracking order. I ain't got no tracking number. Nothing. I'm still waiting, bro. They hadn't shipped my shit. I ordered this shit on the 12th. It's the what? It's the 20th. It's officially been a week. I've got no update on my physical silver purchase a week ago. You know what's more likely gonna happen? Oh, we had to cancel your order for some bullshit. And now what I do? Because when I bought this, it was at what, 80 something? Hold on, I can go back and tell you. I can tell you. January 12th. Let's see what it was at on January 12th. So that's the 14th. Let's go back a little bit more. A month. So on January 12th, it was $85. Mm. So pretty much a $10 per ounce increase. $10 per ounce increase. And I'm really mad because I wanted to buy a whole kilo of silver. Let me be clear. So y'all motherfucker come kicking my door in. I wanted to buy a whole kilo of fucking silver, bro. A month ago. And I was like, I hesitated. Then the shit was definitely at like 70 something. It was definitely 70 something then. Like a month ago. Yeah, it was 70 something. Like $70, right? I wanted to buy the fucking kilo, but I was like, nah, man, you know, that's a lot or whatever, la la la. I don't want to just buy a big ass fucking brick of silver, physical silver. And I should have did it because now, you know, I would have fucking made money. And, you know, if I needed to fucking melt it down and just do some more shit, it would have been what it was. Oh, they're doing that shit too here. It's crazy. Yo, chill out, bro. Positive vibes. Chill out. Chill out. What you doing? Don't be trying to steal people's crowns and shit. Yes, you can. Yes, you can still get XRP at the moment. You can. You can. I would. This is not financial advice, not financial advice, not financial. I would definitely get XRP now. I'm good. Oh, and yeah, get you a cold wallet too, by the way. All right, get you a cold wallet, man. Yeah, see, hey, you know what's going on. That's what I was saying, bro. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's why I didn't want to get the kilo. But then at the same time, I was like, fuck it. If any push come to shove, excuse me, I could just fucking, you know, melt the shit down and just recast my own fucking, you know. Yeah, White School Podcast. As I just said, get a cold wallet. Mine came in a couple days ago. Listen, man, I'm just waiting, man. I'm just waiting. Like I said, my A1 day ones, no, we've been on this shit since what, 2020? We've been on this shit since 2020, man. You know what I'm saying? Been on since 2020, bro. But if you right have put yourself in a good position or whatnot, what have you, by the end of this year, again, not guaranteeing anything, I'm not saying, but more likely than not, you'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? More likely than not, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the anticipation and the waiting for the shit, because I think that's what they're doing. And trying to, because people starting to hear shit and you'll try it, but like I said, bro, if you dump your savings into the shit and then it starts going down consistently, you never get a gain, most people just back out. They pushed the Clarity Act passing, because I think they're supposed to be looking at that this week, and it was supposed to be actually looking at it on the 15th. So I don't know if they're revamping it or what they're doing or whatnot with that, but the Clarity Act is going to be a big thing, right? So once the Clarity Act gets done or gets approved, then you actually get the foundation and these different things where the banks can implement it into the system, because the cryptocurrencies have already been picked. Eight cryptocurrencies that they say had ETFs. Oh, goddamn, what going on, bro? I'm getting late. But had ETFs already attached, bro. Pretty much been designated, right, at the level to where they're trusted securities, right? To where they're trusted securities. So XRP is definitely in that. And again, man, just going back and understanding, at when XRP came out initially, the banks were looking at it as a threat, is why the SEC attacks and all this shit happened that would happen. Instead of them looking, to use it in partnership and whatnot, what have you, and going from that, like anything else for human beings, something that's new and that's threatening and that could replace you, they attack that shit. Right? But now it's inevitable and they got to use it because they're going broke. Losing too much money, transaction taking too long. You got these other companies, I'm sorry, these other companies and countries competing. Because remember, we talked about this last 10-4 Tuesdays. China and Iran got the fucking shit going to where they're doing a digital fucking payment for the oil and shit. So the shit is already here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Japan is dumping fucking treasuries. And they're our allies. They're dumping it out of force, not by choice, but they're dumping it by force. And then you got fucking China, of course, dumping it maliciously. Hell, it was 17 cents and 31 cents. I got in at 31 cents White School Podcast. Yeah, it was definitely what's name, man. But hey, $2 ain't bad. $2 definitely ain't bad if it can become, something much bigger. So, like I said. But yeah, man. Hey, the Davos meeting is still going on right now currently. So, like I said, by tomorrow morning, we'll know something specific or whatnot, more details and everything. So it's still going on right now. Trump is again trying to fucking protect the dollar with any and everything he can protect it with. Like I said, don't be surprised when the cartel gets their door kicked in later on this year. That is if you understand and you know what you're looking at, Trump is telling you, hey man, we about to go secure some more shit. All right. We about to make again. Listen, man, I'll just leave it. But hey, man, listen. Precious metals, crypto, assets, no liabilities. You know what I'm saying? Make smart decisions. This is not financial advice. But hey man, just be aware of what the fuck going on out here, man. A lot of shit moving very, very fast. And if you know this stuff, you are ahead of, I would say, 95% of the population. Probably even higher. Tell the people you care about and you know, you can't make nobody do nothing but tell them one time and hey, then move on. But definitely start setting up systems and things and start setting up and planning for success, right? Because you know, you don't want to end up like the NBA niggas or the lottery winners, right? You don't want to motherfucking end up like the NBA or the lottery winners, bro. You don't want to come into a whole bunch of money and then it's gone before you even know it, right? So you know, just be smart, man. Like I said, I'm still waiting on my damn silver. I'll let y'all know if and when it comes, hopefully. Right. But yeah, just that here and there. If you can get scrap silver, by all means, you know, stuff for cheap. People that don't know, because people still thinking silver is just, you know, people always looked at silver as just this second class thing and not understanding again it was a utility on top of whatever. But hey, it is what it is. Shout out to my man Half a Nickel. Appreciate you, brother, for the 2. Shout out to One Kim One. Trump can secure the dollar better with my plan. Hey man, shoot it to him. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't think the dollar can't be secure, bro. The dollar is damn near obsolete at this point, dog. Oh, let me do this before I go. Let me see. Cost to make a nickel. Just so y'all know, I ain't bullshitting y'all. It costs the U.S. Mint nearly 14 cents, around 13.1378 to produce and distribute a single nickel, significantly more than its 5 cents face value, with costs rising due to higher metal prices of its copper and nickel composition. That's another big thing too, man. Shout out to y'all, the copper. So you know that ring, that copper ring around the thing lets you know that they put a lot of copper, infuse a lot of copper into these metals, man. You know, but again, now that raising price of fucking copper, that's not cheap no more. It's probably even higher than that now, being that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know when this was given. That was back in 2024. I promise you, fucking copper was nowhere near as high in 2024 as it is now. So hey. But anyway, man, hey, Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Apparently Corey Holcomb responded, so I'm gonna see what the hell going on with this shit. But hey, man, that's that on that one. I'll catch you on next.